Welcome back. We have only 1 week of regular season college football remaining, and it's time for my latest top 25. This is my top 25 from last week. It's my latest top 25. Oregon is still at number 1. Ohio State moves up to number 2 after beating Indiana. Georgia is at 3. Penn State moves up to 4 after their win at Minnesota. Texas is at number 5. SMU moves up to number 6 after their dominating win at Virginia. Miami is at 7. Notre Dame is at 8. Indiana drops down to number 9 after that loss at Ohio State. BYU drops down to 10 after they lost at Arizona State. Alabama drops to 11 after losing at Oklahoma. Tennessee is at 12. Iowa State, after winning at Utah, is up to number 13. South Carolina is at 14. Ole Miss is at 15 after losing at Florida. Arizona State is at 16 after that win against BYU. Clemson is at 17. Texas A&M drops to 18 with their loss at Auburn. Colorado drops to 19 with their loss at Kansas. Kansas State moves up to 20 after beating Cincinnati. LSU is at 21. Louisville moves up to 22 after beating Pittsburgh. Missouri up to 23. Back into the rankings, actually, from unranked after their win at Mississippi State. Illinois is also back in the rankings after beating Rutgers on the road. And for the first time all year, Florida makes an appearance in my top 25, despite having 5 losses after they defeated Ole Miss. I did drop out both of the group of 5 teams, which I had ranked last week. Boise State and Tulane just narrowly missed out after Boise State had a poor performance at Wyoming, barely winning that game, and Tulane did not play, and their conference was embarrassed again, trying to compete with Notre Dame. The largest gap that exists in these rankings is between Georgia at 3 and Penn State at 4. Those top 3 teams have really separated themselves in terms of resume. This is my guess here at what the CFP committee will do. A lot of question marks about how they're going to try to stack up all these 3-loss SEC teams and 2-loss Big 12 teams. Maybe I'm getting a little optimistic here about the committee finally not taking the group of 5 teams quite so seriously after the poor performance from Boise State and the demolition of Army by Notre Dame. But it's quite possible Boise State will, in fact, be in the top 10. And the argument will be they played Oregon closer than Indiana played Ohio State. But we will see what happens there. They might also be above SMU, who has been consistently underrated by the committee compared to my rankings. And I'm not certain that Army will be left out of the top 25. They could be included as well. But then I'm not sure which team they would drop out. They could drop out Colorado, but they've seemed to have some appreciation for Colorado compared to the other Big 12 teams, and they really do have a better argument for being in than Missouri or Illinois. However, with the head-to-head loss to Kansas State, bringing Colorado in probably means bringing in Kansas State, which they need 2 spots for. So they would either have to drop out a team that just won a conference game on the road in Missouri or Illinois, or one of their favored group of 5 teams in UNLV. Well, UNLV, I guess, has also won a conference game on the road, although a Mountain West Conference game against San Jose State, not an SEC or Big Ten conference game. Dropping Army out would be pretty easy to justify, considering Army's horrendous schedule and their blowout loss to Notre Dame. 3 games this week featuring 2 of my ranked teams. Number 5 Texas is going to number 18 Texas A&M. Number 13 Iowa State is hosting number 20 Kansas State, and number 14 South Carolina is going to number 17 Clemson. 3 exciting rivalry games between good teams. There are also 2 other games featuring one of my ranked teams taking on a serious challenge. Number 8 Notre Dame is going to USC, and to number 12 Tennessee is going to Vanderbilt. I'll be back later this week looking at the latest rankings from the CFP committee. Bye.